All right, all you gearheads tuning into the Gulf Coast Gearheads podcast. Josh and I today, we have a little bit of a debate, discussion to settle. We've been talking for months and years at work. We're always talking about this, and I think it's why people get sick of listening to us at lunch because we're always talking about cars, even when we're not working.
Always.
But yeah, pretty much. But we have two different stances here. Josh's stance is brand new vehicles from the manufacturers as is, unaltered. My opinion is a little bit older vehicles beefed up with some aftermarket stuff and making it your own vehicle. So what we're going to do is Josh is going to share his pros. I'm going to share my pros, and we're going to go back and forth on it a little bit and see who disagrees with either one of us. Maybe there's a third opinion we haven't thought about, but.
And you let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
So
let us know who you
ado,
agree with. Let us know who's right. It's me. It's okay. But
so to start us off, I love the original factory design of a vehicle. So if you're talking about a brand new Audi RS3, whether I bought it used or new at the dealership, it still has its 5-cylinder turbocharged engine pushing close to around 400 horsepower. Meant to be weird engine. I like it. It's already pretty rare. Audi designed it. It's very unique. That's cool to me. So what is your thoughts, Jacob?
So I will agree with you. There are some really cool new cars that come out, but where I'm going to lean towards is the aftermarket part of making the vehicle your own. So yes, a 5-cylinder, 400 horsepower sedan that comes from the factory is cool.
Right.
But if I take my, like I referenced in the first episode, my 1989 Mustang GT, and I can add some aftermarket stuff to it, I can make it way faster than what it was when it came out in 1989 with like 220 horsepower. I can make it. I've seen guys on YouTube who will run their Fox body Mustangs like 400, 500 horsepower easy without adding anything like a turbocharger or supercharger or anything. So that's, to me, it adds your personality into the vehicle and it makes it like your own, because your 5-cylinder Audi is going to be the same as the next 5-cylinder Audi next to it, same year. Nobody's done anything to either one. So to me, it makes it your vehicle.
Right. But see, that's where I'm like, that's my club. I'd have all those guys. We go to a nice little event, get our coffee together, whatever, and enjoy our cars, because that's just the luster of it. But what's our next one? What's your next pro, Jacob?
So my next pro kind of leads into that, is going faster than what the car was meant to do. And the performance aspect. So there's endless possibilities of just tuning the engine, adding little bolt-on parts to it to make your engine run better. You go on full blast with a turbocharger, twin turbo, or something ridiculous. So to me, making the vehicle faster than what it was intended to be from the original design.
Right. And guys, like for me, I guess I've had some weird car experiences in my life, but I don't like to watch my car blow up. So that's always in the back of my mind. If you start throwing too many turbos on there and getting too crazy, you may heat up your engine. So just so you guys know, I appreciate all the stuff that Jacob talks about. Just me personally, when I go buy my car, that's how I want it to be. Is if I want a car that's going to have, like he's saying, build up his Fox body to have 500 or 600 horsepower, I'll just go buy a car used that has 500 or 600, make sure it's still running clean, and then still have the luster of that original design. But
fair enough. Strong.
So,
agree to disagree, but fair enough.
So it's like reliability versus like, oh my gosh, like how fast can we get this thing on the dyno?
Versus the cool factor is what you're saying. So yeah, it's all right. It's a cool factor over here.
Yep.
So then what's your last point? What is the last sales pitch you have to convince me of your way?
So for me, like it kind of links back to my original point, but just it's like in a way you can call it average ownership, but at the end of the day, to me, it's super cool to have a car that maybe you've owned for 10 plus years. You have the same envelope that has all the service records. You've always kept that thing up to date. It's an awesome vehicle as it sits. Like if you bought a C63S right now, brand new, with that 5.5 liter twin turbo, V8 right now, and 10 years from now it's still running clean and you have all the service records, I'm like, wow, that's cool. You know, you can show that to somebody. And that's what you see sometimes at the Mecum auto auctions or Barrett Jackson, is just they'll say, here's a one owner vehicle, numbers matching, everything on it still original. To me, I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like it's a labor of love of making sure that that vehicle still has original parts.
Has the plastic wrappings on it still on the seats and stuff.
I don't know. That's a little weird. I'm not like that. That's like those people that build
Excessive.
Bugatti walls in their homes, and I'm like, what the heck?
Gosh,
like, that
so
needs to be driven.
They pin up the vehicle on the wall and hang it or whatnot. I've seen that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. Okay, so that, to me, watching the Mecum Auto Show, that is cool stuff to see. But at the same time, with the whole daily driving aspect of it, I like the novelty aspect of it, being that if I were to drive it every single day, especially using my example, a 1989 Mustang GT, I'm probably going to get pissed off at it after a while. Something's going to, like you said, is not reliable compared to a brand new vehicle, depending on the condition it is. But keeping it as like a weekend project, something I drive around on the weekends, that's what makes it more special to me, because it keeps the enthusiasm of that vehicle at a high. Because if I don't drive it every day, I ache to drive it. I'm like, oh, when can I start it up today? Can I start it up tomorrow? So that's my thought behind it. But
right. Now, if any of these things really appeal to you guys, if you agree with us, or like Jacob had said earlier, if you guys have other ways you like to think about your car and ways you think of car ownership and really pride in that, let us know. You know, we have our social media pages, stuff like that. We're posting stuff constantly about the car industry and just cool cars that are coming out. But outside of that, just let us know how you guys feel and if you got any cool car stories.
Oh, yeah. You got any cool cars, send them our way, too, so we can look at them. We like to look at cars. We're gearheads, you know. So
that's right.
Without further ado, appreciate y'all listening. Jacob Josh, signing off.